And we are live. What's happening, everybody? Looks like we got Stephen Kessel in the chat. Oh, that guy Blue Ox is in the chat. Man, we should have held off before we got started. Oh, no, I'm
Yeah,
sorry. Did I say that out loud?
you did. It's okay though. Listen,
Craig
Larry's
Jones.
happy to see me.
Right. Well, as you can tell, we got four wheels on the model today, but we've got a new wheel hanging out with us. Mr. Jody, welcome to the show, bud.
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
If you want to let them know who you are, where you come from, what you do, share what you want to share, or just tell us to shut up and get to building.
Sure. So Jody Doyle, I'm up here in northern part of Vermont, and I primarily build custom automotive truck subjects, a little bit of military, but befriended Jason a while ago and Tim. I kind of slowly infiltrated into their life, and it's fun hanging out with like-minded individuals and the camaraderie, and try to challenge each other to keep building. So
Absolutely.
it's kind of it in a nutshell.
Yeah. Well, congratulations on being able to hang out with the awesome Mr. Tim Ryan. And as far as Jason goes, we apologize.
Yeah.
Now, you said northern part of Vermont. Not many people know, but I'm from Vermont myself.
I know. Yeah, I heard you say that. You're from? So I kind of grew up in the Swan Highgate area, right there on the border. So kind of northwest corner. I heard you mention Enosburg a while ago. My folks actually live up that way.
My grandparents lived up there, and Enosburg, and is it Richmond?
There, and my parents are in Richford, actually.
Okay, that's where I got cousins that live up there, aunts and uncles and whatnot. The family farm was in Enosburg. I remember being a kid and going up there, man. Lots of fun. You could almost throw a rock from Enosburg into Canada. You know what I mean? That was pretty darn close.
Yeah, I mean Richford's even closer to the border. So
we used to go into is it not Danby, but Derby, where they got the
Derby.
Derby, where the line runs right through the middle of the buildings and everything.
It does. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, and I live in Georgia, which is the St. Albans, between St. Albans and Milton. So I'm about 50 minutes from my folks. So kind of a nice spot where I am right here. So
sweet. Well, I wish I'd have known that. I was up there about this time last year. Yeah, right at 4th of July, Jason. Wasn't it? Yeah, it was right at 4th of July when I was at your place last year.
Yep. Yes, sir.
And I got to meet Jason face to face there, and his lovely wife, hang out with them.
Excellent.
Make him jealous with my double order of chicken nuggets and hamburger.
Yeah, what a jerk.
But my brother works or has a business in Rutland, Vermont.
Yeah.
And lives in Danby. I've got family all over the place up there, but I spent most of my time. I was born in Rutland, and spent most of my time in Fairhaven and in Manchester. So kind of on the west side, but lower. Lower than where you're at.
Yeah. I've got a bunch of friends that live down in the Rutland area. They live in Rutland, Proctor. Yeah.
Any place but Brandon. Don't go to Brandon.
Brandon's better now. It's better now. They got all that road construction done.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That and a guy, I used to know this guy. I forget his real name, but we called him Freight Train because that's exactly what he looked like. I mean, he was a big old boy and crazy for Cocoa. He was one of those ones that was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Typical Vermonter.
Yeah,
wide open, having fun, but. So, well, we're talking about it and got you right here, Mr. Jody. We're going to put you on the spot and ask you what you're working on.
So I'm currently working on the Fiat group build, the Street Machine group build, the little Fiat.
Sweet.
And made pretty good progress on it yesterday. And I've got a a la carte that I've started on a while ago, and that kind of stalled a little bit. So trying to keep that one moving as well.
The a la carte, that's the pickup, right?
The pickup, the Barris.
Bears pickup truck. Yeah, I called it wrong. If you guys had seen the video, I realized it when I got home. I spent the weekend, Friday and Saturday, with Matthew at MCV, and we were talking about that truck. And I called it the what was the hippie one, the hipster or whatever. What was that? The other one. I called it by the wrong name. Either way.
Yeah.
And then when I got home and saw it in the stash and saw it was the yellow card, I was like, "Dang! Now I'm going to look like a fool on YouTube." What else is new? Right? What else is new? I look like a fool on YouTube all the time.
Just keep a low bar, then
Right. Keep
not
the
much
bar low.
expectation. So
That's it.
Exactly.
That's it.
Exactly. Oh, what have I missed? Anything? Nothing?
I got a few things. Kamikaze came back after last week's show.
Oh, that's good.
Dirt Road Cinderella came back after last week's show. Chet's back.
Yeah, good. Good. So those are the folks that aren't easy to scare off.
Right. We know a little bit about them. Hello from Blue Hill, Maine. Glad to see y'all. This is
Never heard of that one. Blue Hill, Maine, huh?
Mr. Douglas Gary is from Blue Hill, Maine.
Wow.
The only place I'm familiar with in Maine, and of course, Jason, I'm sure you'll be more familiar with Maine than I am, but I've been to Cherryfield, Cherry Point, Cherry something, and then Old Orchard Beach. That's where we used to go on vacation when I was a kid.
Old Orchard Beach, I'm familiar with. Cherry something?
I think it's Cherry.
I'm drawing a blank on that too.
Cherryfield, maybe. Leon's in the house. What's up, Leon?
Brian Connell. What's going on, Brian? He came back too.
Right. He came back
probably a best against most of the advice he's been given.
Probably.
Leon, what's up?
He said, Bill, our chat made it into the Iceman building tournament. I did not.
You did not?
I did not make it into the tournament.
Why? Wow. What was the criteria for making it into the tournament?
You had to. There was only taking so many, and I think I just got there late.
Well.
Hey, Steve, he just said he just watched Outlaw with Matt. Watched me with Matt. Yeah, Matt just released that video, but that's when I called it Beatnik. That's what I thought I called it.
That's right. Yeah, I actually just watched that video as well.
I did too this morning.
I haven't watched it yet.
I haven't seen the one that he did. I've obviously seen the one that I did. It should be coming out. I think I set it up to come out either right after the show or right before the show.
Are you sure you saw the one you did?
Do I?
Are you sure you saw the one you did?
Yeah, that time I did. Yeah. Well, it's like the first.
I can't see nothing without
PamsCon thing that I put out. I didn't realize it, but I got two different. I had to talk over the video where I was filming the cars because they had music in the background or whatever. And when you do that on the editor, you mute a mic. Well, what I didn't realize is I never unmuted it, and so when the video came on, the intro and me telling about what we were going to see was completely muted out, and I didn't realize it until it was up there for about 30 minutes, and I was like, "That's not going to work." Delete and start all over again.
I like the way you do that, though.
Yeah, I do too. That's actually really cool.
I do that on the fly. I mean, I know I'm going to do it, but I don't really rehearse it. And I probably should, but I don't.
Well, it's you cut out all the background noise.
Yeah. You
cut out not that there's anything wrong with it, but you can't leave it in there. It's like when you're filming and someone walks up to you, "Hey, I recognize you," that type of stuff. So if you don't use any sound from the actual clip and you just voice over the whole thing, then you don't have to worry about any of that.
Yeah. And that's what's good about
it. It sounds cleaner.
It does.
Yeah.
There's not as many distractions or anything. I like it.
Yeah.
When I'm filming it, I'm in my head, I'm thinking, what am I going to say? So if I see something that's really cool, I try to catch it from more angles and give myself a few seconds to talk about it and move on. But especially at PamsCon, this sweet little old lady and her husband had vending tables next to where I was at. So I was like, "Listen, I don't want you to take any money or sell anything, but I got to go get this video. Do you mind just kind of peeking over here every once in a while and make sure nobody's cleaning me out because I'm responsible for all these pieces?" And she's like, "You'll be fine. Just go ahead and do what you got to do." So I'm trying to kind of trying to rush through it to get back, but yet want to take a minute to look at everything. So, but what a nice lady. I never even got her name, but her and her husband were really nice people.
Well, that's about 98% of people at shows.
Yeah, agreed. I think
Hey,
that's
Douglas Gray says Cherryfield is about an hour away from him,
okay. That's where.
and he's near Bar Harbor. So okay, that's cool.
Now you didn't say it right. Tell him, Tim. How do you say Bar Harbor?
Bar Harbor.
It's Bahama.
Well, listen, I'm not from Maine, so I say Bar Harbor.
But you are from New England, so you should. You know.
Come on, give us our one with the Northeast Model Car Report.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to do it.
Can't make them.
Listen,
No, can't make me do it.
My girlfriend and I went back up last year, year before last, whenever it was, went back to Vermont, and I hadn't been there in 6-8 years. And after hanging with my buddies, took about 30 seconds. And I was like, oh, yeah, these sons of guns, man, they were just doing all kinds of stuff. You wouldn't believe it.
That's funny.
I tell you.
You don't sound at all like Jody Doyle. Not a bit.
Well, Jody doesn't sound like the rest of them up there. I'll assure you of that.
It depends on where you are.
They got some accents up there. And definitely don't mind cussing. They love their cuss words.
No, that's a given.
Yeah, right. There's Shaggy. Shaggy, I'm coming to see you, buddy. The show, Blue Angel Model Fest. I'll be there, man. Making my arrangements now. Looks like we'll have actually 2 different manufacturers. Quite possibly Matthew from MCV will be there, but I will certainly have his products if he doesn't make it. And stay close to my YouTube videos. I got an announcement coming up. I'll probably make the video after the show tonight, but going to announce another 3D vendor that I will have some stuff with at that show. So we're excited about doing that.
Hey, Mike.
Sir?
You're making arrangements? As long as it's not the final arrangements, you're okay.
Right. You got a point there.
Yes.
Got a point
Yeah.
there.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right. So, Tim, what are you working on?
I am working on the 1959 Crapalac.
Crapalac.
Yeah,
That
like
was
it.
really good.
I'll show you my Crapalac.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me make you big.
Love when you talk like that.
Jeez. Hold on. You got me all. Discombobulated here. What the heck is going on?
What is
Oh,
going on?
that's you. What's going on?
You got the top right-hand corner of his picture.
I know. That's why I said it. He moved. Here he goes.
There he is.
Okay.
All right. Let me just snap the chassis on so you can see it. Here's the Crapalac.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Looks good,
Yeah.
man. Love that color.
Yeah, the color's nice.
Yeah, buddy.
Beauty.
Yeah, so come on. It's good. That's that Hasegawa chrome.
Yeah.
Let me show the interior.
Did you buy that locally, Tim, or just source it online?
I got it online. That's the interior for it. Nope, the dash just fell out. It's not glued in.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it came. It's funny. I don't picture a Cadillac with bucket seats and a 6-pack on it. It came with a tri-power setup for the engine, and it came with bucket seats. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah. The only
They're
thing,
cool.
it's going to be a box stock build. The only thing that's not going to be from the kit is the wheels. Other than that, everything's going to be out of the box. I'm not even going to wire the distributor. You can't see it. There's too much detail under the hood. The wires get buried. So,
Yeah.
but anyway, that Hasegawa chrome, I was able to 2K clear over it without a problem.
That's good.
Didn't affect it at all or anything. But it's not fun to work with. It's kind of stretchy.
Yeah, you gotta stretch it, right?
Yeah, and what you get a lot of air bubbles, and it's a pain to get the air bubbles out.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so that's the downfall of it.
Dang it.
But this thing had so much chrome on it from the factory, I couldn't just leave the car all red. It would have been too red and wouldn't have looked good. So
Yeah.
I spent about 4 hours doing that chrome on it.
It looks real good.
Thanks.
It definitely looks good. It was worth the effort.
Yeah, it's getting there. And I left the top white, so the white top with that red looks really good. The white walls on the tires kind of set it off a little bit. So, yeah, it's not bad.
I did a bunch of that chrome work on that 54 Hudson that I built.
Yeah,
And you're right. That is a lot of work.
yeah.
It pays off if you get it right, but
Oh, yeah.
I guess
Yeah,
it's,
this ain't perfect by any means, but it is what it is at this point. And I repainted my second Fiat came in, so I got that primed and painted. Maybe today
Cool.
put decals on it and get that re-clear coated and see what happens.
I'm looking forward to that.
see, all you guys got that cool A-Bars Fiat. Now I got to go out and get me one.
It's a pretty
What
neat
you
little
waiting
kit.
on?
Listen, if you guys are going to build it, I got to build it so I can be the ugly one in the bunch. Half-ass model garage. What's up, Norm? Starting from nothing, so it's taking a little time to get everything I need. Shaggy, thanks for asking. Chat. Brian, sounds like it's
What's up, Norm?
I'm with Brian on that. If it's a stretchy chrome, because I've got the MIG stuff, and I like it, but I haven't tried the Hasegawa. But Brian's more than likely he's correct about it being a vinyl over a foil, because foil
Yeah.
don't stretch.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I like the Ming stuff too. That's normally what I use.
Yeah.
But I only have it in aluminum. I didn't have the actual chrome where this stuff is actual chrome. It's called mirror finish, and it
Right.
is.
Yeah, I've got the
Got it.
aluminum myself. That's what I used on the petty car.
Yeah, I started using the aluminum on it. I'm like, no, that just don't pop. That
Right.
doesn't look right. So I took it off and I did the other stuff. That Hasegawa stuff, they make the same thing in a diamond plate. So it looks
Oh,
like
really?
yeah. I did a little Toyota 4Runner, and on the top of the back bumper, where the step would be,
Mhm.
I did that. I did the diamond
That's
plate.
cool.
No,
Yeah.
no kidding.
Looks pretty good.
That would be
that
awesome.
green 4Runner you did?
Yeah, the little green one. Let me see if I can grab it. Hang on.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't remember that part.
That would be awesome for big trucks, like on the catwalk and that sort of thing on the
Yeah.
trains, on the steps. Yeah, that'd be cool. Dutch scale models, welcome to the show, bud. Papa Z, it's always good to see you, my brother.
This is gonna take a minute. It's at the bottom.
It's always the
usually
one
the
at
way
the
it
bottom.
works.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, Jason, who did you ask what they were building? Oh, you asked Tim.
I asked Tim. We
and-
know what Jody's doing.
All right. Well,
What are you doing?
What am
How
I
you
doing?
Yeah, what are you
All right.
doing?
How you doing?
How you doing?
I am back on the USAC build that I'm really late on. Currently, I'm working on the chassis or the chassis.
Oh, that's
Mm.
good.
This is the
Nice.
chassis out of the Pontiac Firebird STP car, the monogram car.
Yeah.
And we're putting it up underneath the 68 Dart. Believe it or not, the wheelbases were the same. You can see the Linko setup I have in there.
Nice.
With the shifted linkage. Got the racing seats in there. If I can get it turned around where you can see it. Loving those Edward seat belts. Man, I know it's a little bit dark in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but those Edward seat belts are absolutely amazing. Love them. But just whittling on that again, got it back in here and got out from underneath the other Dart that I was working on. I was Dart poor.
Yeah.
got out from underneath it, and now we're working on this.
Nice.
Let me show you this 4Runner. I'll show you the
Yeah.
diamond.
Show me the 4Runner.
Forerunner.
See, there you go. You got your one.
All right, so that's the Forerunner. And if you look, I don't know if you're going to see it. Yeah, you can
Oh
see
yeah,
it.
there it is.
Yeah,
There it is.
look at that.
Yeah, it's diamond plate.
That's
That is
awesome.
wicked.
Yeah,
That's
so me
wicked
Me
cool.
and Jason did a here's the underneath all weathered and crappy here. So
Yeah.
Jason and I did a buddy build, and I kind of stuck it to Jason a little bit because they were supposed to be box stock, and then I was going through my parts box looking for something else, and I saw the roof lights, and then I saw a push bar, and then I saw a roof rack. We were
And
no
then it was-
longer at box stock.
Then it was no longer stock.
No, it wasn't. And when we did the reveal to each other, I was like, "Oh, that looks great."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Douglas
I
is
just-
working on a 71 Duster 340 from AMT and a 71 Demon from MPC.
Nice.
Watching you guys has inspired me to do more models. Woohoo! You're welcome, Douglas.
Nice.
We love
Yeah.
hearing that, man. That's what it's all about. Get people back out there and working on their bending or gluing plastic. What is it that Matthew says? Matt says gluing your fingers together and sniffing plastic or whatever the heck he says. It makes sense
Yeah,
when he
it's
says
weird. He says something weird like that. Yeah,
it. He does. Well, he's kind of a weird guy, but we love him.
we do.
Got to find my instructions. Tim, you'll be glad to know that you're
Good afternoon, Johnny. Johnny
Perfect.
Fisher is in the room.
you'll be glad to know, Tim, that your surfing garbage truck is safe and sound right here.
Nice.
Surfing garbage truck.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's my way of saying I haven't sent it yet. I haven't been to the post office.
No, just wait, Mike. If you're gonna get something else, just do it all at once.
Yeah, I will get some stuff, but
I'm not concerned.
there we go. That's what I'm looking for. Where's that? Jason, I did get a box just for you today. I was at the store and saw a box that's going to work, so I can send that Army stuff, that Army drag rail car and funny car.
Oh yeah.
And
Nice.
I got that poster that was signed by Marvin, and I got a bunch of bleeping Jeep stuff I'm going to send you.
Awesome. Thank you.
Absolutely. Everybody's going bleeping Jeep. What?
Yeah, exactly. Golly, it's hot in here.
Right here. It is 71 degrees in this house.
Well, it was cool this morning, and now it's gotten humid.
It's getting humid again.
Yeah.
So I don't need to put that head pad in there because he doesn't need that. I do need that cross piece. Here.
I was saying
Oh,
to
this-
Jason the other night that my least favorite part about building a model is painting all the belts and pulleys.
Hmm.
Oh yeah.
All right. Yeah, I don't mind that so much.
Yeah, it drives me crazy.
My least favorite part of it, I think, is panel liner at this point.
Yeah, yeah.
You got to tell that story.
I got to.
Well,
Yeah.
you should.
Yeah, you gotta.
All right. Well, if Tiffany is in the chat, she's going to get a kick out of this because she's the one that sent me this. So, all right, let me make myself big.
You go, girl.
All right. So, I set out to build a model this weekend from start to finish, and I succeeded, right? So, here it is. It's done. Little Tamiya snap tight kit. And I was doing the last thing I had to do was do the panel liner, the panel lines. And I had this loaded up and working along with it. And I was doing the rear hatch, and out of nowhere, as surprise to me, the pen decided to puke all of the panel liner out.
Oh,
Just, no, for no reason, just dumped all of it.
no.
And it went and got behind both taillights. So the taillights are now tinted black, at least half of each one. Nothing I can do to fix it. So
that's
it is
that's
what it
the cool
is.
thing.
The rest of it looks cool.
Those are those shaded tail lights now. That's all.
Yeah,
That's
that's what
right.
that is.
Tinted.
Yeah.
Tinted.
right.
That's the word I was looking for. Thank you.
Yeah,
Tinted tail lights. Now look at that.
tinted taillights. So
You're starting a trend now. Everybody's going to be dumping their panel liner on their tail lights going forward.
so there was some cuss words. I got a good set of brakes on my Hulk smash because I was like, close. It was close.
Getting ready, huh?
Yeah. Bad enough for Heather to come in from her office and be like, "Hi, everything good in here?"
The big question is though, when it happened, did you take like 5 minutes to pick the perfect curse words to yell, or did you just let go?
They just all came much like the panel liner. They just came out and went everywhere.
They just puked them out and they went everywhere.
Yes.
Landed on everything.
Sometimes you don't need to really think about it too much.
Yeah,
No.
The words come to you.
it's amazing
They
how
do.
it does that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, and it was handy because last week when I was doing those Edward photo etch buckles, I had taught myself some new ones. So
That's the nice thing about motor building is an education in vocabulary.
right.
That is entirely the truth.
Yeah. Oh well. You just gotta laugh about the little stuff, right? It's just a
That's
model
it.
car.
I say that all the time. Listen, if that's the worst thing that happens today, it's a good day.
Right?
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
right. That's right.
What's the cliche? A bad day at the bench beats a good day at work.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Okay, Tim.
I want to know who decided that a 9.5 hour workday is a good day. I don't know.
I don't know because I only work 8.
Yeah.
Same.
I don't know what to do with myself if I worked 8 hours a day. I'd be all confused.
I don't want to hear it from any of y'all.
I'll tell you what, if I worked a 9.5 hour day, there'd be a lot of tears shed.
Yeah.
Well, I see your 9.5 hour day, and I raised you to a 13-hour day.
Yeah. No fun,
Again.
Michael.
And then I'm going to raise you that the carpet monster ate my steering wheel.
That must be a hungry carpet monster. That's
It
kind of
is.
a big thing to lose.
No matter how much you feed that carpet monster, it still wants more.
Yeah.
It does. And I just finished that steering wheel. It looked really, really good.
Well, perfect timing then.
Right? Yeah, I wouldn't want to lose it when it was only half done, right?
Yeah, right.
When you first got the idea to do it, no, that wouldn't be any fun.
Larry's Model Shop. That's what being retired is nice. Yeah, I bet it is.
Yeah.
I bet it is.
Now he's just being mean. Thank you, Larry.
Yeah.
I know, right? Yeah, no worries, ladies and gentlemen. Mikey's going to do the entire show from under his desk.
Apparently, because it's either that or I'm building a new steering wheel because I can't find the one that I had. And the thing is, I'll be looking for something in 3 days and be like,
Well,
oh, there's that steering wheel.
That's when you're going to find it. That's right.
Always the way.
So there's a name I haven't seen before. Golden Touch Maine.
Nice. Welcome to the show.
What's going on? Welcome to the show. Unless you've been here before, and then welcome back. And I'm sorry I didn't notice.
Right. I hadn't seen it either, but that doesn't mean that if anything, I'm guilty of not being very attentive. So trying to work on that.
You know what I don't understand?
Algebra.
I was going
Spanish.
to say that. Me neither.
Spanish, but that don't matter right
Nobody needs to know that crap anyway.
What don't you understand, Tim?
Spanish.
Oh, me neither. Anybody put any thought into what they're going to build for the 40, or if they're going to build anything for the 48-hour group, Bill?
Well,
Yeah,
I've narrowed it down to 3.
yeah.
I'm still
gonna build
pondering.
I'm going to either build an AMT 2009 Dodge Challenger SRT curbside, or I'm going to build a Tamiya Honda S2000, or I'm going to build the Revell 81 Camaro, that snap type kit there.
Yeah. Nice.
But I haven't narrowed it down yet.
Oh, Mikey's got his kit in his hand. What is it?
I've got my 2 choices. I'll let you and the chat
I can
decide.
tell what they are even before you show them.
Oh, you're going to let us decide?
Yep.
Okay. Let's
Either
get a
the
good look.
Taco truck or
Oh,
Taco Strike
jeez.
or the Cobra Strike. I've
You
never
built-
built either one.
Build them
Never-
both. You got time. Build them both.
I've never built them, so I'm figure paint them up, make them look cool.
Come on. Chuck built 2 trikes last year.
Did he?
Yeah, they weren't those ones. They were like the 3D printed Iceman like drift trikes, but
Oh, yeah.
I thought about doing these. Were on my list. I got a artillery transporter that I got from the Insanity Secret Santa.
yeah.
And I thought about doing it because I wanted to mock it together anyway, just to put it
Hey.
together and mock it up. Hey, look, there's
Yeah.
Donnie. So I thought about doing that, but I didn't know how that would work out as far as the rules go because I'm going to blow it apart anyway to
Right.
clean it up and whatever. So
Well, let's figure out which one. Let's ask Jorge. He's in the chat from Hudson, Massachusetts. Let's ask him. Let's ask Mr. Tim Custom.
Tim Custom.
He's
Which
in
one
there.
is it,
Donnie
bro?
Griffin. What's up, Donnie?
is it going to be the trike or the Cobra or the taco machine? Which one?
It's
we
going to be the trike, or both trikes.
I'll go with trike.
Waiting on the voting to start. Everyone loves tacos. Oh, I got to vote both. Chat wants me to build both. Chat, you know better.
Chet is a very smart man.
You know better, Chat. I couldn't get one car done in a year. I ain't going to get 2 trikes done in 48 hours.
Not with that attitude.
But not with that attitude. Right?
Oh, okay. Jorge says taco.
Yep.
Tiff says taco.
Tim says taco.
Tim says taco.
He
Taco
says
for
he's
sure.
unsure about snake tacos, though. Actually, I've had Donnie says I need to finish what I'm working on. He's 100%.
He's not
right.
wrong.
He's 100% right. Yeah, I think it looks like Taco's going to win it. Need to finish it. Looks like Taco's going to win it. Cool. We'll do the taco. I don't know what those are. Pretty old builds. Paul Wells, that's a new name. Welcome, Paul. Not sure if I know who that is, but nice seeing you.
I built 2 of those trikes. So
Snake tacos sound really good. I've had rattlesnake before. It is good.
the milk trike is downstairs in the basement, but I think this is the taco trike. No, this is the mailbox.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Dude, this is a piece of cake. If you can't build this in 48 hours,
Just need to pack up my stuff and go home.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
That's cool.
So
Put a mini BG on the taco truck. I wish I was that creative, Chad. I would. Dang it! Now I got to go out to my drag racing junkyard box and find another steering wheel. Oh wait! I got 3D steering wheels.
I hate when that happens. Just walk around in your bare feet. You'll find it.
Yeah. Right when it says crunch, found it. Let's see what we got. Interior. I so need to reorganize my stuff.
That's my project next weekend.
I'm working on it too. Yeah.
I need to do what I need to get. I've got a bunch of these little, you all probably have them too, little like bolt bin holder things with slides on them.
Mm-hmm.
I just never either gets in there or I got it so daggone decombobulated that I can't never find nothing. And like I said, I spent the weekend at Matthews, and he's a nice guy, but he doesn't always pay attention, and he leaves the wolf in the hen house and left me with all those parts. So I may or may not have come home with a bag of 3D printed parts.
Heck yeah.
So that's it.
Tim Custom says he built one in 2 hours.
See, that's because Tim's amazing.
Why am I not surprised with Tim?
Tim's amazing.
Tim is amazing.
He is.
Tim was a better model builder in the womb than I am now.
Yeah, well, Tim could be in a horrific accident, lose all of his limbs, and go blind, and can still outbuild me.
Yeah.
He is extremely creative. I don't know how he does it or where he finds it, but it always amazes me with his stuff.
I wish I had the imagination he has.
Yeah.
I think the problem is I keep myself retired and not have to worry about stuff. I'm imagining the wrong things.
Hey, Tiffany. Oh, she says, I think it's acid. Oh, that's funny.
Well, I'm going to have to shift gears because I can't put the rest of the cage together until I get the steering column in there. So
Don't drop your shifters, or there'll be no shifting gears.
no shifting gears. So now we're shifting gears.
Nathaniel Bemis, my friend, how are you?
Uh-oh, did I moon anybody? If I did, I sure didn't mean to.
I thank God I missed that.
There was some adult beverages involved. Talking about his creativity.
Did I hear you say Nate's in the house?
He is.
No. Hi, Nate. How are you, handsome?
All right, so back to mocking up.
I'm going to tell you, the under the hood of this caddy is probably one of the most detailed underhoods I've seen in forever.
Yeah.
Nice.
Dean's model
impressive.
scale model zone. What's up, Dean? So you're making me want to build that, Tim. I'm not gonna lie. You're making me want to put everything, do this with everything on the bench, and then start that caddy.
Do you have one?
I have a hardtop version.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, I
Somewhere.
got a hot top one as well.
It's in here somewhere. I think it's up there, actually.
It's right where you put it.
The last place I put it.
Yeah.
Right where you left it.
It's the last place I put it.
That's what my mother used to tell me when I was a kid and I lost something. Well, where'd you have it last? If I knew that, Ma, I wouldn't be asking you if you seen it.
Exactly. All right, what do we? Blue Collar Scaled Customs. That's another one.
A lot of new faces in here.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Either that or we're just paying better attention to the chat. Well, yeah. Tim says
Not as
today-
rowdy this week.
Yeah, last week it was a little more rowdy. Gotta love them New York boys. You don't
Yes,
gotta.
we do.
You don't gotta, but you it's hard not to.
They can chew the ears off a water buffalo.
That's the truth. If you ever wanted to give your jaw a break and you just haven't used your ears in a while, talk to somebody from Long Island. You'll get the opportunity to shut up and listen. Of course, about 5 minutes into it, you'll tune them out because you're like, oh my God, I can't believe what I'm listening to.
Now, I was gonna say they might talk a lot, but it's 90% of the time it's entertaining.
It is that.
Billboard builds. Where's Frank, Justin, and Rob Rev? They're headed to your house, chat.
That's exactly right.
Leave the light on.
Well,
They're
Frank's
caravanning
not,
here.
Frank's not here because he had a family commitment and he had to do it because he's a good little boy.
He is a good little boy.
So he couldn't get out of the family commitment. And Justin, what did Justin have to do? I forget. He had something.
I think something with scouts. I'm not sure.
I think he was making more Boy Scouts, yeah.
Yeah.
Which sounds awful when I said it that way.
So we traded in those two for the incredible builder and all handsome Jody Doyle from Vermont.
Yeah, boy. Handsome, yes. Incredible, I don't know about that.
Well, you obviously haven't seen anything that you build in. Makes me want to go back to Snap Kits.
Made me go back to Snap Kits and I still screwed it up.
We can't fully blame that on you, though, I don't think, Jason. So
No, but there's reasonable doubt, so that's good enough.
yeah, that's good.
That is all that's required is reasonable doubt. Dude, this mouse, I don't know why I bought a gaming mouse. This thing is incredibly fast.
I call those chipmunks.
Yeah, I got this.
Gaming mice.
Yeah, a gaming chipmunk. That's all a chipmunk is a mouse with a racing stripe.
That's it. And he is quick, too.
Yeah.
I'll tell the story, but we used to hunt on my uncle's property in Wells, Vermont. So basically straight across from Granville or whatever, if you're familiar with the area. But anyway, I had a pump BB gun, and my dad's hunting squirrels, and I'm allowed to shoot chipmunks. So I'm standing there, and this chipmunk runs up on a piece of exposed granite, just a rock sticking outside the road. And my dad is to my left. He's not in front of me, but he's in front of me to my left. He's far enough away in the squirrel, so he's not in the line of fire, is basically what I'm saying.
I like where this is going.
So I pumped that. Of course, squirrel season is like right before deer season. So
Wait a minute.
October.
You guys from Vermont really are rednecks. You have a squirrel season?
Back then they did, yeah.
Damn
I don't
straight.
know about now, but back then they did. So
You gotta put food in the freezer.
of course, the gray squirrels up there are as big as raccoons down here. I mean, the gray squirrels are huge up there. So anyway, I pumped this thing up, that little chipmunk, the mouse with the racing stripe. He jumps up on that rock, and I aim that little BB gun at him, and doing, missed him. So I'm being all quiet, hiding behind the tree, and I come around the tree, doing, missed him again. Third time, missed him again. Well, the fourth time when I'm pumping up, my gun was ripped out of my hands. At first, I thought I was going to get into a battle with a Sasquatch, but it turned out that I was in a battle with my dad, who had just been shot in the back 3 times with a BB gun. It was not happy.
So you were in a fist fight with a Sasquatch then.
Yeah, a little French Sasquatch, about 5'5", 150 pounds, and mad as hell.
Too funny.
That is funny.
apparently it was ricocheting off that rock, and then just every one of them hit him right. He said it's a tight group because they're all about the size of a quarter right in the middle of his back.
All right. Oh, hold the phone. We're gonna miss something important. I'm gonna show it.
Today is my
60th birthday. I bought myself Speed Racer Rockman kits and pole lights in Oshima. Why? Because I couldn't get them when I was 10. Nice.
Happy birthday, my friend.
Yeah,
Happy birthday, Rob. Happy birthday. Enjoy those kits, my friend. There's
Yeah.
there's a lot in my stash that the only reason they're there is because I couldn't afford them when I was a kid.
There you go.
Yep, exactly.
I built that Atlantis, that Sidewinder, when I was a kid. It was called the Tom Daniels. It was the Rattler. And I always wanted that kit, and I never got one. So as soon as Atlantis released it, I bought it and built it because I didn't have it when I was a kid. So I get
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yep. And you did a darn fine job of building that too.
Yeah, I saw that at Classic Plastic last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the Tom Daniels kits. They're quick, they're fun, and it brings me back to when I was a kid.
Yeah, I think that beer truck, that yellow beer truck, is a classic.
Yeah, I got one.
Tom
Pretty
Daniels. Yeah, I think everybody that's ever built a model, probably even some of the aircraft and armor guys are like, yeah, I've seen that one before.
Yeah. Well, my favorite is Hangman. I have one of them sealed still. And then I like the Bad Medicine. I think that one's awesome.
Yeah, Bad Medicine's pretty cool.
I don't like all of his kits, just a handful of them.
The only Tom Daniels kit I own technically is a Tom Daniels kit. However, the issue that I have is not. It's the 55, the Bad Man, but when they released it, 2 years ago with the American flag livery?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I've got that kit. So that's the closest thing I have to a Tom Daniels kit.
Well, that garbage truck that I got picked up for you, Tim, is technically a Tom Daniels kit, but this one's the repop. It doesn't have his name on it.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Well, that's a jip.
Right? It's the same kit, same molds and everything. They just don't have Tom Daniels on it.
I had I had his car, the California Street Vet. That was another one I never had when I was a kid, and I found when I was a kid. I found one at NNL East for like $20, open, but it was complete. I built it. I hated it. It was a crappy kit. The paint come out terrible. I put the thing on eBay, and somebody gave me $100 for it. So then at another show, I bought 2 parts kits and made one. I sold that one built with all the parts for $150. And then a club member was selling one, and I didn't have the money at the time to buy it, and another member bought it and handed it to me. So I have one of those as well. And that's one of the hardest ones to find.
Well, much like that, the machine, they're out there, but I'm not paying that kind of money for them.
No.
Yeah.
If you pay a lot for a kit, you really got a tough choice to make whether you really want to build it or just hold on to it for collector value.
Right.
I know people cringe when you say that, but I mean, some of those things are just best left as is, you know?
Right. Yeah, that super stock CUDA that I got, I paid way too much for it, but I had to have it. It's the only one like it. They're not. I don't know that they're going to repop it. Of course, I thought sure as soon as I paid $300 for that stupid thing. It's an MPC kit. It's not worth it, but I had to have it. And I just knew though as soon as I bought it for $300, round 2 was going to come out with a video the next day going, "We're repopping this for $29.99."
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's like is that the USAC build? 2 years ago? When did we do the Roadrunner?
Yeah.
That was a while ago.
So the USAC, they announced that kit, and I think, oh my gosh, didn't I ask you, Tim, if you had one and you didn't?
Yeah, it was one of the few kits I didn't have. Yeah.
I found it and it wasn't cheap. And then like literally the week after the group build started, Revell or Monogram or whatever it is repopped it. Revell.
Yeah.
God dang it.
Oh, Revell repopped the Roadrunner, but they haven't repopped the GTX.
No.
Yeah. I have 2 of the Roadrunners and 1 of the GTX. I love those old Monogram kits. They're really basic, but with some detail, they come together really nice. They look good.
They do.
It
Yeah,
doesn't
they really
take
do.
much to make them look good.
You gotta love it when you haven't worked on something in a while, and you forgot where you put all the pieces to it.
Listen, you guys just got to be organized.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I silently hear you saying "F you," Jason.
That's
every kit. This is a little crazy. Maybe it's OCD, but everything goes in these little cheap Ziploc bins.
Yeah.
You strip parts, you put them in here, nothing gets lost.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Honestly, these things are cheap. You can go to Ollie's or Walmart. They're really inexpensive.
Yeah.
And everything stays together, you know. But,
Right.
I actually have those. They're stacked up under here, but currently all full, and I've been too lazy to go to the dollar store or Ollie's to get any more.
They're all full.
Disregard my last comments.
No, I just need to get more because they're a lot cheaper than having to rebuy the stuff that I need to finish the bill.
They're all full of kits that I've got half done.
Well, just like Street Machine, and I don't know, but the
buddy.
Pacers in there. That Pacer really needs to come out and get done. It really needs to come out and get done.
Well, it's not done because obviously you're pacing yourself.
Right?
Exactly. The Pacer.
Somebody asked me the other day where it was, because that's what the videos I started my show or my channel with were basically about that Pacer. Like, whatever happened to the Pacer? I said, I'm letting my skills get better before I go back to it.
Nice.
I understand that for sure.
Yeah, I did that. I did that with that London bus. I had that for like 10 years before I built it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I had only started it like a month before,
Yeah.
would have had a better ending.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was too bad.
Yeah.
But you did that thing is just fantastic.
That is an amazing,
mind-blowingly fantastic.
It's a nice kit. It's not hard. You just have to do it exactly as they tell you in the order you do, because it's like an ectoskeleton. So you build the rows of seats, and then the body goes on over everything. So if anything in the inside that you didn't line up correct, the body panels don't fit.
Yeah.
So you got to be really on top of it when you're putting it together.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed it.
Turned out great. Amazing.
It definitely did.
It's the only one that's not in my hobby room. That is in a display case in my living room, because my wife is from Scotland, and whenever one of her family members went home, they bring me something back with a double-decker bus on it because they knew I liked them. So that was why I had bought the kit originally. You guys have heard this, but the viewers haven't. So I bought the kit like 10 years ago with the intentions to build it so my father-in-law would see it and all that stuff. So I finally decided my skills were good enough. I'm going to build the bus. So I built it, and we were going to have dinner on a weekend. It was all done, and I was going to bring it over and show him and all that. And he died a week before, so he never got to see it, which really bummed me out.
Yeah.
Yep.
But the case that it's in the living room is a big case, and I did a build book when I built it, so that's good. So my father-in-law, being from Scotland, his father was a bus driver. He drove all the guys, picked up the guys, and drove them home and everything for all the mines in Scotland, in a small village in Scotland. So I remember sitting on the couch with her father when this happened. He ordered a book. He was really big into Scottish history. So he orders a book about all the villages and all the mines and everything. He gets the book in the mail, and we're sitting on the couch. He opens it up, and on the cover of the book is a bus coming at you, and it's his father driving the bus.
That is super.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, it was he was so excited.
Amazing.
after he passed away, my mother-in-law was nice enough to let me have that book. So that book is in the case with the model. So kind of
That's
neat
great.
history thing there, you know.
Yeah. Well, in lieu of opening up more pieces and parts and losing those, I'll just
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
just
Try
work,
not to do that.
I'll just work on my other stuff.
Yesterday afternoon, yesterday I had a date with my niece. We went and saw the F1 movie, which was really good. I liked it. She loves F1. She's in her 20s, so she's a nice kid. And then we went to dinner. And then I came home and I was going to sit in the room. And anyway, when I come home, Tiffany had messaged me, asked me how things were going. So we talked for about a half hour, I think, going back and forth. She's building a 56 Chevy, and she's tubbing it out. She's very nervous about doing the tub thing. But she was looking for some wheels for it. So she didn't know about Jay's Resin Wheels.
Oh,
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I said to her, I said, here's the wheels on this Willys. I got them from this place here. So I sent her some pictures of the Willys. And it was exactly what she was looking for. So hopefully she got them and
heck
I'm going
yeah.
to put them on the car. I'm sure the 56 will be outstanding when she's done.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
for sure.
But it was nice to be able to help out a fellow model, you know?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And I like Tiffany. I think she's great.
Thanks, Tim. I appreciate it. Not you, Tim Ryan. Tim from Tim's Custom. He said only users. Oh, I thought it said losers.
Yeah, well,
I thought it said
listen, if
losers
you
lose
weren't a
parts.
loser, you would have read that the right way.
Right, I am a loser. Turns
Yeah.
out.
Start over, Mike.
Nope, I'm done.
Yeah, exactly.
My foot
Exactly.
horrible.
Start
I'm
over,
tired of
buddy.
in my mouth. But I did lose that rear end. I don't know. Put that damn thing.
You guys can't hear it, but I got Woody Woodpecker over here trying to take down this telephone pole, I think, out in front of my house.
Oh, God.
Just cranking away on it. He's been out there this whole time. One day last week, he was in the back of my shed making noise, and off in the distance, I could hear another one. It was like they were working back and forth, you know, whoever was trying to make more noise. So,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
oh, they're great.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know how you stop that, right? Don't use a BB gun.
Matt.
Yeah. Don't use the BB gun. Your next door neighbor will come over and hit you over the head with it.
Did I tell you guys in the beginning of this that I hate painting pulleys and belts?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still going.
I'm trying not to do that.
Still hate him. Hey, Lucas C is in the house.
Lucas
Holy
C.
cow.
World famous
Let me not. Hope you're feeling better, buddy.
Lucas under the weather as well.
Yeah.
Now I hope you feel better, bud. I was telling everybody earlier that I've slept all day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't feel good, and we had to get up at 4:30 this morning to go into Logan in Boston and pick a friend up from the airport. And we came home, and I went back to bed, and my wife came out. Well, I fell asleep on the couch, and she came out at 2:30 and said, "Honey, you got to get up and get ready for your live." I couldn't believe it was 2:30. I slept a day away.
Yeah, the body needs that sometimes.
Well, I don't sleep as it is. You know, if I get 3 hours sleep a night, that's a lot. So that's what happens every now and then. My body says, "Listen, stupid, you're going to sleep whether you want to or not."
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Like in Happy Gilmore, you will go to sleep or I will put you to sleep.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. You will go to sleep or I will put you to sleep.
I know it's a bit early, but any takers for the Saturday night?
Oh, yeah.
Yep, I know that there's at least a couple guys in here that'll get involved with that group, Bill.
Oh, what am I missing?
We sat there talking about the Saturday Night Short Track group, Bill.
Oh, nice.
We're a
I'm
little
definitely
familiar. I
in
think
for
we're
that.
familiar with that one, ain't we? I've heard of that group build before.
I'm in for that one. I'm in for sure.
Sweet.
You're in for that one?
Yes. I've got
Sweet.
that I bought one of the Gremlin kits at NNL East.
The round two.
Oh,
one.
nice.
Yeah, that thing's killer.
Mhm.
I'll probably kind of do what you did with the Rat Trap Vega, Jason, and get the NASCAR. I'm not sure who, but put some livery on there.
Yeah.
I kind of like the way that turned out. So
Yeah, I love that little Vega. I think come out awesome.
yeah,
Well, thanks.
I got a couple of choices. I just don't know what I want to do.
The good thing about that is you've got legitimately a year.
You hear that, Mike? You got
Most-
to.
I know.
Most
Only got a
people
year.
can finish it in a year. Most people do a good job at that.
yeah.
Some drag it on and make the whole build late. Of all the people,
Yes.
of all the people that could be late, one of the guys that's doing it is late and drags it on to where it's supposed to be done on June 1st, and or May 1st, and here it is July 1st, because that guy
Yeah.
dropped the ball.
That's okay. He not only dropped the ball, but he kicked it right off the court trying to pick it up.
There you go.
There's-
Chasing it as he goes. Yeah.
We still like them though.
We do.
I'll never know why. But
K-Dog's model car doghouse is in.
Yeah.
He's a new channel.
New channel.
You guys should go check him out for sure. Give him a sub.
we'll do it.
What you want? Italian steak and cheese? What kind of sub?
I don't know. Ask him what he wants.
Yeah.
But preferably go ask him what he wants after you go subscribe to his channel. You
Oh, okay.
dig.
We'll have to give him. I'll take a look for him. Subscribe. Help the young man out.
Help the young man out.
Matt, aka Lucas C, how's the 66 coming, bud? I'm sure you put out some videos, but I've been so busy.
Dutch
scratching
Model
my
Cars
watch.
is out. See you, Dutch.
Team's already subscribed to K-Dog. Sweet. Later, Dutch. Steak and onions. You had it half right. Steak's good. Onions good.
Onion steak? Prefer
Yeah.
pepper steak myself, but
Onion it up.
Yeah. I could eat an onion like an apple. I love onions.
Seriously, me too.
Not if you had to do what I did when I was a kid.
that
story.
sounds like a story I don't want to hear.
That's another story.
Ugh.
I'm intrigued. I'll find out later.
Yeah, right. Oh, look at that. Outer Rake is in the chat too.
Outer Rake, what's up,
my friend?
buddy? So, Jody, how old are you?
I am 50.
Okay, so you grew up essentially in the same era I did. I'm 54.
Absolutely.
You guys are young and wet behind the ears. Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
no joke.
Still got milk on my chin.
There
I'm
you
happy about
As my father would say, you're still pooping green.
it.
go.
Children. Children behave. Almost 59. Dean's almost 59. Yep, we're all youngins. Love the General Lee builds. Amen. Kamikaze turned 45 last Thursday. Well, the reason I ask, and I'm going to go ahead and tell my onion story. It got quiet, so I'm going to go ahead and tell my onion story.
Wow, Lee, we got to talk more.
Much to Jason's dismay. I think he's heard the onion story before. So coming up, we had a little garden out back, just like everybody does, especially back then anyway. And it was my job to go out and pick whatever it was that we were going to have for dinner that night. It was my job to go pick it. Could be green beans, it could be tomatoes or whatever. And I never liked onions as a kid, never liked them at all. But my dad was really partial to them, and he had this one particular onion that he was watching, right? It was a big white onion, and he's watching this thing grow, and he's like really babying it and snipping. We're doing all the stuff you need to do to make this onion grow big, right? Well, he made me go out one day in the rain. It wasn't pouring down rain, but it was raining, and I didn't want to be out there in the garden. I'm 8-9 years old. I didn't want to be out there in the garden. It was raining. So I had to go out there and pick whatever it was I was picking. We'll call it tomatoes. And I reached over and I saw that big white onion hanging off of there. So I'll fix him. And I grabbed that onion and pulled it off the plant and threw it over in the compost pile. Meanwhile, he's looking out the window to make sure I don't get struck by lightning or something stupid happens to me, and sees me do it. Doesn't come outside, doesn't say a word.
Then he was hoping you were going to get hit by lightning, probably.
At that point,
Yeah.
Nope. He waited 2 weeks, then sent me out to the garden and said, "Hey, I need you to go get me that big onion. I'm ready for that onion." So I go out there and I'm like, "It's not here. I don't know where it is." And he's like, "What do you mean you don't know where it is?" I said, "Bird must have ate it or something." The raccoon got it. I don't know what happened. Meanwhile, now he's caught me being a jerk, throwing his onion away. Now he's got me in a lie, and I'm straight facing it too. But I have no idea what this onion is. He walks over to the compost pile, and there it is, and the skin's all peeled back. This black worms all in it, and just and he says, "Guess what you get to have for dinner tonight?"
No, I hadn't heard this story.
Oh, I ate that onion. It was either eat that onion or catch one heck of a butt whooping for lying. Yep, and I was like, I ain't taking that butt whooping. I'm eating this onion. Nasty? Oh, it was nasty. And to this day, like if I go to a Subway shop or something like that, and the onion gets dropped on the lettuce, and then like before I get there, and then the lettuce gets put on my sandwich, I'm done. I'll throw the whole sandwich away. It does. Nope, I'm not eating it.
Holy cow.
Years later, that old man laughed when I tell that story. He thought that was hilarious. Because he'd follow it up with real quick, like he'd be like, "Well, did you ever throw any onions away or throw any good food away after that?" I said, "No, sir, I would not." Kamikaze says, "I'd have took the whooping."
Lesson learned.
Lesson learned.
I remember one time that we used to cut and stack wood. We had 2 wood stoves. That's how we heated the house in the winter. And I had gone out with the boys and had a few, and somebody drove me home. I don't remember. But the next morning I was up bright and early, 7:30. We're cutting and stacking wood, and my father's not saying much, so I'm not thinking much of it. And then after about 20 minutes, he looked at me and said, "Where's your car?" I have no idea where my car is. I don't say nothing. Another 20 minutes goes by. He goes, "How you feeling? You're moving a little slow this morning." I said, "Yeah, I had a little too much last night." Oh. So we're almost done. Like 2 hours has gone by, and he finally says, "Hey, I'm going to need you to run down the street for me." And he goes, "Oh, wait, you don't know where your car is?" And I said, "No, Dad, I don't know where it is." He goes, "Well, Mr. Gary called. He wants you to go get it off his front stairs."
Oops.
Yeah, oops.
Yep.
Yeah, oops, he's right.
I guess I had dropped off my friend Mike, and I pulled up in the front lawn and parked right beside the front stairs. So he opened the door and hit the stairs. He had to close the door, roll down the window, and climb out the window because I was so close to the stairs.
Well, you didn't want him to hurt himself. He was drinking. You didn't want him to hurt himself. That's just being
Pop
a
was
good
behind
friend.
me and was smart enough to say maybe he shouldn't be driving anymore. He brought me home.
Oh. Things were definitely different back then.
Oh,
Yeah.
my father, when he grew up in this town, I'm a fourth generation in this town. I'm a third generation to own this house. So when he was a kid, there was nobody in town, and everybody knew everybody. I mean, you'd go out and leave your doors unlocked and all that stuff and everything. And he used to play, him and his buddies would start drinking, and they'd play chicken with the chief of police. They'd see him coming down this long straightaway road called Whipple Road. They'd see him coming, and they'd put the headlights off and keep swerving back and forth. My father said, Chief Sullivan would pull him over, get him out of the car, kick him in the ass, and say, Dickie, go home. Don't let me see you again tonight.
That's it.
You did that today, they would just shoot you on the side of the road.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, right.
All right, just for the record, we're still wearing belts.
Wow. That
Yeah,
sucks.
We're an hour and 15 minutes in.
Holy cow.
That seems like a lot of effort for something you're not going to see.
Yeah, exactly.
Good for you, Kamikaze. Good for you. I can relate. I still have a drink now and then, but those days of 12 packs a night and drinking and driving, those days are gone forever.
Oh, long gone. I stopped drinking when I was 22.
Oh, you're a lot further ahead than I was.
Yeah.
I stopped drinking I stopped drinking beer in 22.
Yeah.
In 22.
Every now and then, probably twice a year, if I have a really, really bad day, I come home and I have a glass of Crown Royal with a little Diet Coke, and just to take the edge off.
Yeah.
But very rarely do I drink anymore.
Yeah. I'm right there with you. Every once in a while, maybe twice a year, I have a really good day and I don't drink.
I'm a bourbon guy. I love bourbon. This must be the New England edition. It is. It is, man.
This is the New England edition.
It's got to be, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But,
I'm sure Matt's over there in Arizona laughing at all the missing R's and
we did get Tim to say Bahaba a while ago.
Bahaba. Maina.
yeah, there you go. You want to hear some good old Maine lingo? I'll get Heather in here. She's from Maine.
Rex Hubbard. I met him down here. He was from Maine, and he's a guide out west now, elk hunting guide and that sort of thing. But he was like full on Maina. He's a Maina.
Maina.
You couldn't miss that accent a million miles away, bro.
No. Go down to the pier and get some lobster.
Yeah.
Lobster.
Rides and Rods model cars. First time here.
Welcome.
Thanks for joining.
Yeah, welcome on.
Welcome aboard.
We are down a couple normal members, but we got a great guest in Jody here today. Frank had some family business, and I believe Justin had to take care of some Boy Scout stuff. He's a what do they call him? Not a den mother. So den leader.
Yeah, let's just call him a den mother anyway.
I think he's they call it a scout master.
I think that's what he is. Yeah.
Yeah. Den mother.
Chris Durham, we stay on until usually about 6 o'clock-ish. Usually go on for a couple hours.
Yeah.
4 and 6.
Yeah. 6 o'clock is usually my cutoff.
Yeah.
A lot of first timers in here this week. That's really cool.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
I appreciate all that.
Okay, here you go. You guys ready? Larry's Model Shop says he's a scout master.
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 He's a master.
Scout master.
Yeah. The old Scoutmaster.
Scoutmaster and Skohegan.
He must drive a Mazda.
Mazda.
That's a
Which is
Mazda.
better than being from Saskatoon. What movie was that from? This is to do with the squeaky voice. What was that?
Grown-ups.
Grown
Grown
ups.
up.
Hey,
The girls,
ladies, you're from Saskatoon.
They couldn't help it. They busted out laughing. That was funny.
I think Billy Bob can go on. Billy Bob go on? Yeah, Billy Bob.
Whew, so we were going to talk about a couple things. Mr. Jason, which one would you like to bring up first?
I can't remember what we were going to talk about. So
It was
why
only
don't you go?
Well, I thought we'd talk about the Saturday night short track group build.
Son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch. It's not that bad.
No, sorry.
Well,
Yeah.
Want to let everybody know that we are doing that. If you missed the video, there's a video up on Jason's channel as well as mine. We did the announcement. We're going to start on July the 1st, and I said it right, not January the 1st. So July the 1st, we will be starting the Saturday night short track group build, and we got a Facebook attached to it, so we're excited about that. And you guys can check out the video on either one of our channels. It's got all the details in there, and then once we open it up in July on the Facebook, if you have any questions from there, we can definitely take care of it, handle it from there. But same rules as last year.
Yep.
No demo cars, no NASCARs, but everything in between. Anything that you would see Saturday night at your local short track, whether it be dirt, asphalt. It's going to be a good time, man. We're looking forward to it. It's going to be, hopefully we'll have a big turnout and have a lot of fun. We're talking about doing it on the Facebook so we can get a collage of pictures at the end, make a nice collage out of it.
Yes. Yeah, and
That's gonna be
I will send out once the Facebook page goes up. I'll send out some invites to some people. You know.
So you're gonna have a Facebook page dedicated to that.
Yeah,
Yes.
just dedicated to that.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Yeah, that way there, because we were talking about it a little bit on the show, or on the talk about steering wheel hunting and plumbers. Yeah, there's a little bit of that, but the problem we ran into last year, I ran into, was that we were getting emails, and like Jason said, you get the whole go on this diet and buy this insurance, so you're kind of clicking through the emails, and you accidentally click out on one that's somebody's stuff, and if they're all in that one domain, and it's easier for us to be able to put them all together at the end of the year and put that collage together in video. I'm thinking about it. I don't want to put it out there yet because I'm not sure, but thinking about doing something special for all the ones that get done, but we'll see what happens there. But that's really the only way to be able to keep up with it. And a lot of times if somebody asks a question and you answer it, somebody comes in, has that same question, they can scroll through and see that somebody asked the question that they asked and go on and get the answer.
Yeah.
Good thought.
I know that some people just don't like Facebook, and I get it. But like I said before, you can come up with a fictitious name and make it private, and then the only place you go is there. You'll never get bombed by your high school sweetheart or the guy that stalked you down the road or any of that. They won't even know who you are.
Nobody knows who I am anyway.
I can relate. That's why I use my name. Nobody knows me anyway.
I have no problem being a nobody.
I've perfected it. Over 54 years, I've perfected being a nobody. I like it.
Me
That's how I
too.
got in the model. That's how I got in the model building to begin with. I was that little kid that was always picked on. Then I got into this because I can do it by myself and not have to worry about stupid shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Usually the one in the bushes, yeah.
Yeah. I can't. Mike. I'm sorry. I don't remember. Was it the 48-hour stuff we wanted to talk
Yeah,
about too?
you want to talk about that because we're tying that to this.
Yeah. So the 48-hour group build, which takes place July 11th through the 13th. So on the 13th, about time is undecided yet. Early though. Sometime early afternoon, we're going to fire this live up on both channels, and we're going to let it run until the deadline of 8 p.m. Well, it's 8 p.m. your time, so it'll be the Eastern Standard deadline of 8 p.m. And just finish out the builds and hang out for a good few hours, and I think it'll be a good time. And we have extra room, so there'll be a couple of surprise people popping in, I think, to hang out with us.
So come join us and hang with your 48-hour group build. See what we got done.
Yeah.
See if I pick the motorcycles or if I pick the snap together Johan javelin that I got over there too.
Well, you didn't say anything about that to begin with.
I forgot about that. I got that over there.
See, now I want you to do that.
Yeah, that javelin would be cool.
What's up, Mr. Roth Geb?
Oh, look here.
Frank's Model Works.
Frank's
What's
model. I
happening,
thought we
buddy?
banned that guy. Didn't we ban that guy?
No,
You can't
we
ban.
did not ban that guy.
Can't ban Frankie.
We can't ban him. He's a good little model builder.
He is a good
He is.
boy.
We've got his back. We've got Frank's back.
That's right.
That's right. Frank Strong.
Frank
That's it.
Strong, exactly. Frank Strong. We're having refrigerator magnets made as we speak.
Frank Strong 2025.
I'm getting the wristbands made, and yes, they're going to be yellow. Why do I feel like I've already made a poor decision?
Well,
Is this a familiar feeling? Is that what you're about to say?
Are you having a deja vu moment, are you?
Yeah. Anytime I get out this scriber on styrene, I know something bad's about to happen.
Yes.
yeah, I'm about to put a body line where it doesn't belong.
And then 3 hours of sand and trying to make it look better.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Although
Nice.
I bought the Tamiya one with the changeable bits. That one's pretty nice.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
have
that
better
is
luck
nice.
with that one.
Rides and Rod's model cars wants everybody to know, or letting everybody know that his real name is Lance. Again, welcome, Lance. Glad to have you, my friend.
Yep. Thanks for tuning in.
I'm Anthony. Kamikaze is Anthony.
Nice.
I can't hear any of you because the party is particularly Italian. No wonder you can't hear nothing.
Well, you know what's funny is we have a gentleman at work that's Italian, and we make fun of him because we say he talks with his hands. So, is that what they're doing, Frank? Is a bunch of people like this?
Yeah.
Fucking loud.
You clearly have not run into many French Canadians because they talk with their hands as well.
Yes, they do.
Oh yeah.
Hands are flying. Nice.
I got an odd question. Watched the movie last night, and when did the Falcon become Captain America?
Dude, you live under a rock down there?
Apparently, because and I didn't have no idea that he had become. I think it's a great move. And then Harrison Ford turns into the Red Hulk. Where was the Green Hulk? Why couldn't the Green Hulk and the Red Hulk fight?
Because they're in another dimension or something.
I am way
Multiverse.
behind.
They're in another universe.
I live in a dimension where I don't watch that stuff.
Well, you're losing out.
No,
I
don't
get with you, Jody.
What's
feel
that?
bad, Jody. I went into the Discord for the Insanity group and let it be known that I had never watched Star Wars before.
Oh, really?
Oh boy, I almost got kicked out of the place.
I'm sure.
I find that hard to believe. Not a single Star Wars movie.
Not from end to end. All right,
Wow.
Lucas, C, get that podcast up, bud. I'll be looking forward to it in the
So
morning when I jump in
disappointed
that
in you.
photo. Just
Oh, is he
entertaining.
leaving?
Yeah, he said he's got to finish uploading the podcast.
Oh, damn it. All right, see you, Matt.
Hey, make me big for you. Frank just sent me some pictures. I want to show you guys.
Oh, make you big, huh?
Yeah,
All
make
right,
me
hold
big.
on. Grab a hold of the desk.
Oh, baby.
Woo!
Yeah, that's nice.
Go to the next one.
Ooh, that's shiny.
That's real
Yeah,
nice.
beautiful.
Looking good, Frankie.
And there's the underneath.
Look at
Man.
Incredible work as always by Frank.
that. Yes,
Frankie's
sir.
the man.
Frankie is the man. And you know what? I'm going to Hulk smash all my stuff on my desk now.
Yeah.
There you go.
Beautiful stuff, Frank.
Yeah.
As always, my brother.
Great job, young man. Whenever I see something like that, I feel like I'm a model builder 10 years old again.
Rick Zink hiding under a rock in Florida. LOL. Only sand and coral in Florida. Okay, so maybe he's living under an alligator.
No, I'm under a sinkhole. He nailed it. I'm in a sinkhole.
I've been called something that ends with hole, but not a sinkhole.
It's like that. It wasn't in Florida, but it was out west somewhere. I think that a sinkhole opened up right underneath the dude's bedroom and swallowed just the bedroom part of the house with him in it. You know that was karma. That dude did something bad to somebody.
Yeah,
I mean, when the earth opens up and sucks you down into it, you have pissed somebody off.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I mean, like I said, I know who Luke Skywalker is and all that, but I've never watched a Star Wars movie from beginning to end. Seen different pieces and parts. Whenever he crashes the little, is it an X-wing or whatever, and then he meets the big Jabba the Hutt dude and all that. I saw that clip, but I don't know.
You just talked about 3 different clips in 2 different movies.
Okay,
Okay, though. We forgive you.
Yeah.
I am not knowing.
Honestly,
Okay.
I'm a fan of the originals. I have never seen any of the newer stuff. I've only
Wow.
seen, Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back, Return
Yeah.
of the Jedi, the
Yeah.
kind of originals.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any of the newer.
Dude, at least once a year, Heather and I will watch everything in chronological order.
No kidding.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good fall.
Yeah,
Weekend.
it's usually when we're all like bundled up and trying not to freeze to death.
I do that with The Godfather. I watch all The Godfather.
No,
Oh,
that I can
great.
do. That I can do.
Perfect. Yeah.
You hated The Godfather?
No, that I could do.
Yeah.
The mozzarella Caroso is coming out and things are about to get violent. Have a good one, Frankie. Thanks for checking in, buddy. We was worried about you, but we know you're having fun.
See you, Frankie.
Did Jason leave with Frank too?
Yeah, apparently Jason's going to get some mozzarella and whatever else it is Frankie's eating. Take care, brush your hair. Always wear it clean. That's it. Take care, brush your hair.
I ain't got much left to brush.
The only reason I have any is because I haven't been to the daggum barber.
But my back is a different story.
That's right.
I thank God every day that I don't have that problem.
Yeah, every year a little more of it slides backwards.
Right? My uncle's like that. His is he's all bald on the top and he's got the ring that goes around, and then somewhere between the back there it just picks up and keeps on going south. We were at the beach one time and somebody thought he was a Sasquatch.
Yeah. That's what happens to me when I'm out in the backyard. There's no shirt on. Animal control shows up.
Jason did exit stage left. He's like, I'm out. Going to get some mozzarella with Frankie. Did you get your mozzarella, Jason?
Did I get my mozzarella? What?
Frankie said that the mozzarella was coming out and you disappeared. I thought you went to where Frankie was and getting you some mozzarella.
No. Bucket was full.
Bucket was full. 2 tears in the bucket. So Jody, I know you're not that far from Jason, but what's the you're closer to New York, so what's the show scene like up there? You guys got a pretty decent show scene, or is it just kind of dry?
No, it's pretty dry. You know, we had our Mount Mansfield Scale Modelers Club show back in April. Jason came up to that.
Yep, it was good.
We have pretty regular meetings, but not really much. You know, everything is at a distance away, you know, so.
Well, the next part 2 of my question would be, what is your largest genre up there? Would it be military, armor, automotive? What do you think would be the biggest?
Yeah. So, with the Mount Mansfield Club, when I first started attending the meetings, it was primarily military, airplanes, kind of a lot of those guys. And we've got some really good builders. And all those guys are friends with Rob Ribb and all those guys.
Right, yeah.
They all know each other from kind of those circles. And it's funny as we've kind of progressed that we have tipped the scales now from military to auto subjects more, you know. Right. And the model meetings, it's really a hangout for a lot of the guys, you know, just kind of get out. And we got some really talented people, though, kind of up this way.
That's cool.
And, you know, as far as shows, we've got Granite Con is, what's that, probably 3 hours away from here. The show over in Maine, Down East Con, that was 3.5 or 4.
Holy smokes.
Plastic is about the same. So everything's at a distance.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, well, as they say, it is what it is.
It is what it is. Yep.
I mean, many years with the VW community, every show that I used to go to was, a minimum of 4 hours away. There was a couple of shows in Connecticut, Terryville, Harwinton. Those were 4.5 hours away.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of shows in Rhode Island. Those were, 5+. The Englishtown Raceway Park used to host the show Waterfest, and that was 5.5. And then Ocean City H2O International, that was down in Ocean City, Maryland, and that's like 12+.
Yeah.
So I put a lot of miles in back in the day to do a lot of that. So in the grand scheme of things, getting in the car and driving 3.5, 4 hours is
not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah.
Well, I've always appreciated Volkswagens, but I've never, really gotten into them. And a friend of mine invited me to go to the show in Daytona this year. And that sparked a real interest, man. They had vans, they had the Buzz, they had them all together. Actually, they had one that was a combination, and then I went back that was just the vans. And lots of really cool stuff. I had, the vans are cool to look at. I don't think I'd want to drive one though. It's like driving a cab over Kenworth. You're sitting right on top of that tire.
You are sitting.
And there's as a fat guy, there's not a lot of room in there.
Yeah, no.
But
no.
The Carmagia, turns out the Carmagia is my favorite Volkswagen. I didn't know that until I went to the show.
Yeah, those are great.
I got a 09 Harley Ultra Class, or not Ultra Classic, but the now it's going to escape me. It's a throwback bike. Basically, it's made to look like the old bikes, and there's nothing wrong with it. I just don't ride it anymore. And I was telling a guy about it, and he was like, "I got that Carmagia over there. Only needs this, and this, and I'll trade you for it." I'm like, "You know what would happen to me if I brought home? I've got like 5 Jeeps that I own. If I brought home another project, I probably would have to live in one of those Jeeps."
Yeah, you'd be in the same boat I'm in.
Yeah. If I trade, you better give me your address.
That's it.
Yeah.
I'm coming with you. Does it come with its own room? Because I want to need it.
Well, if you got a bus, you could.
Right, I could.
That's right. You could live in it. That's right.
I want that building to move out into, move the hobby room and studio out into more than I want a Volkswagen though. I want to be able to come to bed and go to bed. Every time I walk by my bench, I'm like, man, I just want to sit down and work on my stuff.
Right. That is one of the nicest parts about having a separate room.
Yeah. Well, there's something missing, fellers.
What's missing?
Something's missing.
Oh, see, making more work for yourself.
Making more work for myself.
It's good though.
It did come out pretty clean. There's the fun dyer. Came out pretty clean.
Yeah. So Boston Buds has a legit question.
Uh-oh, what's up, Buster?
Onions grow underground. How the F are you picking them, Outlaw McGraw?
Well, you can see the top of the onion. You know what I'm talking about. You can see the top of the damn onion. What it is. And I picked it and threw it over in that damn compost pile.
You fixed him, didn't you?
Yeah. Showed him who's boss.
You did.
Somebody showed somebody.
Yeah.
Oh.
Needless to say. Oh, Oh, I cried a lot, Chet. I cried a lot when I ate it. And under my breath, and nowhere near loud enough, I was calling him some awful names. Wrong way, scale models. All right, buddy. Have a good one. Thanks for tuning in, man. Chet says he's a Joyzy transplant surrounded by mass holes.
Yep.
Well, I live in a tourist town in New Hampshire, so am I.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we used to love it when the New Yorkers and the mass holes came up to pick the leaves in the fall. Leaf pickers out there everywhere picking up leaves.
Oh, yeah.
And we lived at the bottom of Stratton Mountain when I lived in Manchester. And yeah. Here they come with their Saabs and their Porsches. And
I'm not gonna lie, I never heard picking leaves. Who picks leaves?
they don't pick them. They come and take pictures of them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the leaf peepers, they call them.
Yeah, peeping leaves I've seen and heard, but picking leaves. I thought you said picking leaves. I'm like,
I probably did.
man,
but-
I need a couple of those guys to come up here and pick my leaves at the end of the
Pick them, put them in a pile,
Yeah, exactly.
put them in a bag.
If you could charge them and take them, you'd be onto something.
Right.
You imagine that? That would be amazing.
That'd be okay. That's right.
Oh, Lee, come on up here. I'll sell you all my fall leaves.
So you can have every one of them. Cheap. Buy one, get
Cheap.
one.
Cheap.
Buy one, get one. I never understood that. We used to have to rake the leaves up when I was a kid, get them all in a big pile. The old man would leave them there, and then the wind would blow, and they're all over the place again.
That's how we kept you guys busy.
It worked. It worked.
That's him years later getting revenge for the onions still.
Right? Exactly. Yeah. You have no idea, buds. You have no idea.
So we talked about the 48-hour group. Oh, you're missing one. You need to talk about your group build, Jason.
No, I haven't talked about my group build. It's going really well. Lots of people jumping in. Street Machine group build. Still time to jump in. You can jump in. I mean, it goes until Christmas Eve. No, it goes past that. Goes until New Year's Eve. Yep. And I'm going to do something similar. I'm going to make a video of all of the finished builds, at least the ones that get downloaded, the pictures get uploaded into the correct folder on my group. You'll see that there's a Street Machine group build folder if you go to my Facebook page, and you can put your finished group builds in there, and I'm going to make a collage at the end of the year with everybody's name with the corresponding model. And right now I have so many people in there that I lost count, and the video is probably going to be an hour long.
That's all right.
What was the last number?
I've told you before, that's always been my thing about group builds.
Yeah.
You participate, you do them, you post your picture, and that's the end of it.
Yeah, I'm well over 100
somebody
people.
like you who's a overachiever, you get yours done in the first month of a 12-month build, it gets forgotten about. So doing what you're doing is great, because then everybody will get to see them all done. You know, that year that they were all in the magazine, the USAC build.
Oh, the USAC, they all got featured in the, yes,
Yeah,
that was cool.
I thought that was so cool. Get to see it, everybody's take on the same kit, you know?
Yes, that was very cool.
That was Scott Comer that did that auto modeler.
Nope,
No?
I believe that was
Model Cars magazine.
Model Cars, and I believe it was Tim K who actually put that together.
Yes, it was. So, Tim, if you're still out there, that was a very cool idea.
Tim's awesome sauce sprinkled with more awesome sauce.
Yes, he is.
Yes, for sure.
Too Tall says he won't be building for a while. I hope everything's all right, buddy.
Yeah, I saw that on his one of his posts somewhere that said he was going to step away for a while. I think on Instagram. Hope everything is good, brother. I had $1 for every time I washed a brush today.
Yeah.
Rob, that's literally what I'm working on right now too. Is my USAC dart. Hopefully, I'll have it done by Acme. I've only used so far 2 different bodies and 3 different chassis. And I still don't know where I'll be when I get where I'm going.
You don't know where you'll be when you get where you're going?
I have no idea.
Well, Mike, no matter where you go, there you are.
That's right.
That's it.
That's
I'll
some
be
deep
there.
thoughts right there. Deep,
That is very deep.
deep, provocative.
That's it. Well, that's
Cutting
me.
edge.
That's me. You know, I spend my time being provocative and deep and thoughtful, and you know, everything I say has deep meaning. And you know, what's that?
Exactly. That's why we love you.
Most of
Deep-
what I
Deep
say is
provocative
very
stuff, but that's just a polite term of saying you're full of shit.
That's it.
That's right.
That's the bless his heart.
Yeah.
The universe. That's the universal bless his heart.
Oh, that's funny.
Monkey is trying to finish the USAC bill. The new one starts. You're not wrong, Chet. You're not wrong at all. I couldn't.
Yeah,
Even
you might want to legitimately try that so that it doesn't become like the short track group build, Mike.
Right. Well, the short track group build, we've slowed you down and forced my hand. So Sundays I'm going to be doing the short track group build on this show, and then once a month we're going to do a live for the group build.
Yeah.
So I'll be working on that one's only going to be about an hour or so, but
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
that's
though.
going to force my hand. Then it's going to slow Jason down because he's only going to build on the 1 hour a month.
That's it.
Too tall. As he had a financial problem come up, just best to step away. Why am I going to have to from Kennedy? I won't be able to. Yeah, I hadn't heard from Jason, but I totally understand, bud. Sorry to hear about those issues. We've all had them, but that doesn't mean they don't suck every time, buddy. We're praying for you. Hope everything works out.
All right. The engine is finished.
You finished with the belts?
Yeah. Want to see?
Nice. Yes, sir.
Never seen an engine with so much shit on the front of it.
Well, you got to wipe that off so you can see the belts.
Where am I going?
There it is. Look at that.
Look at
Woo!
compressor.
Yeah, look at that.
Reservoir.
Yeah.
I mean, there's all kinds of shit on there.
Freaking busy.
Yeah.
Right?
Noise.
Holy smokes. That looks good.
Yeah. So I just got a bunch of I got some decals to put on them still, but it's painted
Cool.
together. That's good.
Very nice. Good job.
Very cool.
Thanks.
Right.
Hey,
Dragon
brother.
Queen is high from Korea.
Yep,
Wow.
she's traveling all over. She's from, I believe, Germany, but she travels all over the place. There's Chuck, the styrene bender. What's up, Chuck?
Nice. Good stuff.
Rob's like, how many alternators are on that thing?
I know, it's crazy. You got a compressor, a power steering pump, a reservoir, an alternator, and I don't know what the other thing is.
AC pump, maybe?
No, it's got that. It's like a little twin cylinder AC compressor.
Okay.
Compressor.
Compressor. Jason probably is aware of this, but we have converted those old twin cylinder compressors over to be able to run
Air
like
pump.
airwalkers and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, my buddy Dan's got the same year YJ I do, and he that's what he did with his factory AC. Switched it over to power his ARBs.
Yep.
It works well.
Yep.
That's somebody I got to get on here. I need to call Matt Dustin from Bleep and Jeep and let him come on here. The chat would probably be bored because he doesn't do models, but I know Jason would love to talk.
Right. See you, Tiff.
See ya.
All right, Jeff. Well, it looks like we are creeping up on our 2 hours, aren't we?
Yeah, we're getting close. Getting close.
Well, let me.
Jason, do you or Tim have your stock? Have you already put your interior together for your Fiat?
No,
Yes.
I just got it painted. That's it.
You got the rear seat?
Do I have it? Yeah.
Yeah, grab it. I'll show you what I've been working on over here.
My rear seat is highly detailed. So
You're gonna make me want to smash this, Jody.
Yes.
there you
Fuck.
go.
Maybe.
There it is. Look at all that detail.
Look at all that detail on that.
Woo!
So what do you have? Do you have one of the front seats?
Yeah, they're not detailed yet.
Okay.
All right, I gotta make Jody big here. He's gonna show us. He's gonna show us all up.
So kind of tough to tell, but I copied the pattern
Oh,
that's on the front seat. See how they're
yeah,
sideways? They go side
Yeah.
to side on the bottom, up and down on the top.
yeah.
And then
Cut all that in.
I'm going to add some beading around the edge too. So a little bit more work to be done, but the rear seat was just too plain in that thing. So
Nice.
Hey, Jason,
Yeah.
my car's not going to be done for the finale.
come on now.
There's a little white flag going right now.
Yeah.
I'll show you this too. I got a little bit more work to do, but the it's tough to tell. But the fender flares,
Holy
I widened-
smoke.
I widened them. Kind of tough to see, but I used some some C channel. And
Yeah.
basically widened them, and it's getting close. I put primer on it yesterday, so I stay in a little bit more putty and kind of get them smoothed down. Then I'll put the rest of it in primer. Get ready for paint.
That is cool because that's the one thing that car, in my opinion, lacks is a good wide body kit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. All right, taking all this stuff right in the trash.
Oh, no,
Yeah,
don't do that.
exactly. Jody, what color's y'all's gonna be?
I am not going to tell you that.
No?
But what I'll tell you is I am shooting for a 90s era German-inspired show car. So
Okay.
think very pastel, lots of chrome, lots of detail. That's what I'm shooting for with this thing.
Well,
So,
mine was very pastel. Here's the original one that the painter screwed up on.
oh yeah,
That sea mist green. So,
this that looks really good, Tim.
that's
so-
the good body. That's not the good one.
This is the
I can't keep up with you guys. Hold on.
so
Okay.
tough to tell, but everything on this is everything that's been all clad chromed,
Oh my God, that's a lot of stuff there,
Holy
son.
Christ.
which is pretty much everything.
Yeah,
This is the transmission.
you got 3/4 of the kit chrome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once again, think 90s.
Oh yeah, no, I know exactly what you're going for.
Yeah.
Yeah, and again, that's it. Throwing this in the trash.
Yeah.
You and Tim will have a good. You guys can debut yours at the Classic Show. Mine will not be making it.
It's going to be fantastic. Working on it.
Well, we are definitely creeping up on our 2 hours, so we're about an hour and 55. So I'll go ahead and start the closings. And as we always do, we want to first thank you, Jody, for hanging out with us. We
Hey,
appreciate it.
thanks for having me, you guys. This was a lot of fun. I really
Amazing
appreciate
stuff,
this.
and we enjoy it. Well,
Nice
then
to meet you finally, Mike.
Finally, yes, sir. Finally, nice to meet you. I heard a lot about you. Watched you on the the podcast. Enjoyed that. And,
Yeah, had a lot of fun.
Jason telling us about how you came down and helped him with the chassis, I believe it was.
Yep.
Yeah,
The chassis. Get it right. Chassis.
The chassis.
That thing that is going to be absolutely killer. How well that thing works together is just
Yeah, it's insane. It's like it should have been made that way.
yeah.
But now that we got you, do you got anything you'd like to plug? Your channels or
Yeah,
YouTube or anything?
no YouTube for me. You know, I do have an Instagram account. It's VW Jody, but I'm very particular about who I let in.
Okay.
So if you've got your name's written in Arabic,
You're not getting that?
dark hair and big boobs, you're probably not building models, so
Yeah.
I'm not gonna let you in. But I can be found over there. My Instagram's a little bit weak. I'm trying to add more finished builds in there, and then I can be found on Facebook as well. I typically, put a lot of stuff over there. Jason's page and a few of the pages, but that's pretty much where I can be found. Just keep an eye out for me. So
Awesome. Well, again, we definitely appreciate you stopping by, hanging out with us.
yeah,
I know, like I said, that wide body kit you put on that thing is cool. That scratch building, man, 3D printers are great, but that scratch building's an art all in itself, man. It's all
Certainly is. Certainly is.
Yeah, definitely.
We'd go to Tim, but he's currently busy blowing his honker.
I mean, I haven't left the house all day. Friggin' allergies are killing me.
Oh, dude.
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah.
Well, you know the routine, Tim. We're getting ready to close it up. You got some things you want to talk about?
Well, first I want to say thanks to everybody listening in. Thanks for all the comments. It's very much appreciated. It's always fun just hanging out and flapping our gums about a whole lot of nothing and having some fun and some jokes. So I appreciate everybody, watching us. Jody, thanks for coming on, my friend. It was really good to see you.
yeah,
We
you
don't
too,
get to see
Tim.
each other enough because you live like, I don't know, half a country away.
I know. It's almost a full country.
Yeah, exactly. And as like Jody, I do not have a YouTube page. I am on Instagram. It's Tim's Model Shop. And like Jody, I'm very particular who I let in. If you're a model builder, you're in. If you don't build models, you're not. It's that simple.
Yeah.
The Instagram and the Facebook stuff is my escape from life. So I don't want to see anything but styrene plastic. That's it. So I am on Pinterest. Jason tells me it's what, at Tim Ryan? Is that what it is?
Yeah. Tim Ryan 67 or something like that.
Yeah, T Ryan 67. Yeah. On Pinterest, they do a thing they call they like folders, but it's just all old box art from MTT, AMT, incredible builds I've seen from all over the place, the shows I've been to, stuff I see online. So if you want to just look at model stuff, you can go on there and look in all those little folders and stuff. It's a good way to kill a couple
Very
hours.
cool. So I spent like 2 hours one night just scrolling through your stuff.
Same. Yeah, there's a lot of great stuff in there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of cool. Yeah. I started that. I forgot all about it because I started it before I was on Facebook or anything. I
Mhm.
just did it when I was a closet builder, so to speak. So, but anyway,
Yeah.
thank you again, Jody, for coming on. And thanks for everybody tuning in.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What about you, Blue Ox? What you got going on?
Well, you guys are watching me here, so you know where to find me, who I am. But don't forget to check me out on the Scale Model Car podcast. That's a fun little thing I do every other Friday with, I affectionately refer to them as my other set of friends. They're all good guys over there, and we have a good time. And I want to remind everybody that next weekend, 4th of July weekend, we will not be here.
Right.
it's the holiday and family plans and all that kind of stuff. So we're taking next weekend off, but the following weekend, the 13th, that's the 48-hour group build, and we will more than make up for missing a week because we're going to be on here for a while. It's going to be a long time, and we're going to have some surprise people pop in. Maybe even one of them might be Jody if we can guilt him into it. So
yeah, I'm trying. I think the little lady said it's okay to do that, and I'm mostly committed to it. But
Nice.
we'll see what comes out. I'd love to be part of that. So I think I've got to kick
It is a lot of fun, man. People start getting that.
I can't guarantee that everybody that pops in here will be building something for the group build, but they'll be entertaining to talk to at least. So,
all right. Well, I'll get 6 sheets to the wind and just come and hang out then.
That's what I'm going to do.
That'll be me.
That's the 48-hour group build from last year.
Oh, there you go. Awesome.
Yeah.
So it's a snap kit. There's like 30 pieces, but once it's painted, everything, it looks pretty good. So everybody who wants to do the 48-hour group build, it doesn't have to be a major build. It can be something just fun, quick, and enjoy just hanging out with everybody.
Yeah. And I can almost guarantee you won't catch me with my feet on the desk this year. So.
No.
After about 20 hours and everybody starts getting that sleep deprivation, then it really gets entertaining. That's when you get to like Lucas E. use thin cement to put his decals on, because that's always fun.
Yeah.
And again, you get to hear some words that you weren't even sure existed and didn't know that they could come in packages like that.
Exactly. Yeah, we'll do our best to keep those under control, but can't promise anything on that day.
That's exactly right. That Jason Rockhead has it Rob Adams style. Yeah, we're showing up with a cooler and 3 sheets in the wind. Jeff Lawless, what's up, buddy?
Yeah. So
all right, guys. Well, definitely. Jason, you done? You got anything else?
I'm all done. I'm finished.
Okay. Well, I want to say hey to Gary Ride the Wind and everybody in the chat. Gary got in here a little late, but he said he's going to watch the playback and enjoy that while he's doing some building. But
nice.
Scale Model Outlaw, you guys found me here. If you need to look for me, that's where I'll be. Definitely here on Sundays between 4 and 6. Can be found every other Thursday at 8 p.m. at the AMC Livecast. And my channel, and that's about it. Oh, we do want to give a shout out. I know that Jason shout out to the Scale Model Car Podcast. We like to give the guys over at the Insanity.
Yeah.
The Insanity guys are awesome. If you guys don't come to, or you want another place to go to during the 48-hour group build, I believe their Discord is doing something as well. Don't hold me to that, but their Discord is always fun to go in and hang out. They always have something up every night. And,
really? They're going to do something for the 48 hours?
He said something last Sunday, but he might have been just talking because, I mean, after a while, it all started running together because it was just craziness. But
yeah.
I don't know if they are or not, but it's still a good place to go.
Well, so out. I do know that Craig, the modeler, is going to have a Discord specifically for the 48-hour group build, and he'll post that link on the Facebook page. Day it starts, I think. So the 11th. Look for that. You can go. I didn't get in there last year because we had one going on for the Scale Model Car Podcast, right? I didn't get into the actual Discord for the group build, but I am told it was a very good time. So you could also do that too.
Last year in y'all's Discord or whatever it was, that's where I met Matt and Chuck and a bunch of them for the first time. I think. Billy
Strange, Ted, Rattlecan Shenanigans. They were all in there. It was a good time, and hopefully they'll be in there again.
All right, guys. Well, we're going to go ahead and tune out again. I want to thank Chat and everybody in there for showing up, hanging out with us today. Had a good time, and we won't see you next week, but we will definitely see you guys the week after. Y'all be good, be kind to each other, be safe, and keep on modeling. Oh, forgot something. There's your big old thumbs up.
Yep,
we'll
there it
is. In a couple of weeks.
See you later. I got to go throw my Fiat in the trash.
Oh, boy, here we go.
Mine's already there.